So the easier and the well thought from day one, and the belief more in yourself and in your brand, and of course the success. I mean, you cannot franchise something that is not success. You're not successful. Uh, you cannot franchise it. Well, then you will be interesting.
Because at the end, it's a business. You are a businessman who is looking to be getting a venture. Besides that, you would like to be investing in Bedroot or in other businesses. You want to be like PD, acquiring a franchise rights, a brand that is doing well. That's why that is something which is very important. We cannot just franchise something that is not working, is not functioning. And that's what we are speaking here, what we're saying, that there should be a success. It should be like really performing well, and it should be ready. So basically, we have tools to be ready for franchising. We're not here at the presentation we prepare. So I was mentioning the IP, the marks. So names, logos, trademarks, they need to be registered. And this needs an exercise legally, because we need to be as well creating a company that will be possessing the intellectual property registration of the brand names in different countries. So this is the company that is going to be signing whatever deal we're gonna do for franchising. Second are basically the product and the team. When we are speaking about S&D, we are speaking about the know-how of how to operate a restaurant, and what makes the store of a restaurant is so many elements, but recipes are very important. So as well, we can speak here about recipes, how much we are going to be transferring all our recipes to a franchisee. Are we going to be asking them to buy some ingredients from the mother company because not want to reveal all of our know-how 100%? Definitely we'll give them the know-how of how to operate the restaurant. But with the back of the house, we should be like leaving a certain margin for us to make sure that we are safe. The hire the manager, the franchise manager. At the end, a franchise door, which is a brand that wants to expand, is like a mom or a dad. And the mom and the dad, they need to be providing all the tools for their children to grow and to teach them, but they need as well to be acting as a police, because they need to make sure that whoever is taking that franchise is like really operating the way that they want them to operate, because they do not want to harm the mother company.
Fast. Not
So this is the second one. The third step is actually to be doing and elaborating the franchise manual and the franchise, what we call the franchise kit. The franchise kit is the package that will be holding all the documents that are needed for you to be able to start that conversation with any potential lead. So whenever somebody is coming and knocking the door and saying, I want to be acquiring the franchise right of a brand, first we want to know, who are you talking with? That's why an application form is developed as a first step. And we send it to that lead because we want a first profile. Is that entity eligible to give them our franchise, our brand, to acquire its rights, yes or no? And all of this is going to be an exercise whereby we, as consultants, help you to define what is the profile of a perfect franchisee. Do I want somebody only that has money? I want somebody who has the experience, etc.
in the success, very true.
So that is something which is very important, because it is like getting married. So when we are getting married, we just like get to know our partner, instead that we do all the homework, a checklist is done. So this is needed at the beginning. So that's the first step that is being created. And then once we are define together the business model, which is the prototypes that we were speaking about, then we would be defining how much is the franchise fee that we are going to be charging for somebody who will be taking the franchise right for a certain duration of time. And here we will be deciding, we're going to take a franchise fee. Are we going to be making it to development plan, or it's going to only with the royalty fees? What about the marketing fees that we are going to be charging on a monthly basis?
In retail, for example, you don't have, or you have to little franchise fee, because you when you take NMS or Louis Vuitton franchise, you're not paying the interest. Paying interest fees in FMB actually. But the specs, the specification offering of a retail business will be much higher. They will need like 2,000 square meter. They will need the prime location. They will need, that is very expensive. They will screen you as a franchisees if you are financially viable, if you can develop, if you can fulfill the development plan they want. In Arabic, we say done. So they will ask you to buy. So the targets would be in retail, the number of items and the volume on a May by buying the things. It's different from FMB. In FMB, you don't have that because you're transferring the know-how, like Nanda said. So you will let them move and you will let go of some of your know-how to then let them work, and then you will take for that the franchise fee. Okay?
How do you fit those guys for the franchise fee, and was that the...
That's a very good question. You come to us because we have all the price. I always think there are 4 factors for the test. First, like they said, the successful business model, the renowned brand, the number of followers you have on social media, the number of followers the name, the shahadat, the name is very important. Okay, the brand equity that you're buying and the success of that brand equity. This is what you send first. Then you have the benchmarks. What is happening in the market? What is happening in the market? How much are the US selling the brands? How are the Europeans selling their brands? Other brands such as the local brands, the Gulf brands. This is the benchmarking. So you position yourself in the benchmarking. So you need the info. And then you have the appetite to appetite. Number 3 is your appetite to sell. Of course, your first franchise will be cheaper. You will sell it at a cheaper price because you want to open in Dubai, or you want to open Riyadh, and you are desperate to sell the first one. So it's cheaper. So your appetite to sell. And remember when we started with Mireille High in Shades, I told her how much you want for the first movie. She said, $1 million. So it was a figure that she launched. And actually she got it. When Hamad Al-Abdallah from Dubai Mall came and took the first Sharif outside of Lebanon, it was for the address there, and he paid $1 million. So this is the appetite. How much you are confident about your brand and you are successful, and you want or not want to sell. And the 4th one is the appetite of the buyer. Here it was Ahmad Abba, he wanted, and Sharif desperate. Maybe if she would have told him $2 billion, he would have said yes. So the appetite of the buyer. This is the 4th Jumana. So there are 4 and tested criteria, and it's never the same. I mean, the price is kept. The price is never something of a face scientific.
But it has to be revised.
It has to be revised. It has to be taken all. It's a life thing. The American they don't care about potentials. They give it to you for free. They tell you just take it. I want $30,000. I don't want money. I just want my territory, my royalties on a monthly basis. They mean focus more on the sustainability and
The
consistency. Yeah.
the benchmark for ONCC is like...
Yeah, it's in between 4 to 8% on the SMs. Sorry, you have it.
That's on 6.
So you mentioned the first three are really related to us. But the fourth one is about finding the right franchising.
Yes.
So she was actually probably to have that, but wanting that franchise. Now, how can we reach a point where we find that out? But we find that great fit because we would have a lot of people, contacting us and so on, but we want deeper things. It's a very good question. And actually, it's a very good idea for Humana to create a fair about franchises. No one did a successful fair franchise. There is one in Europe and France, several ones that they have twice a year in France, franchised expo, where brands go and expose themselves and they sell. I mean, the kit, the order. In the GOT, we don't have that. We have some trials, but no one did it properly. So what you do is travel, participate in fairs, word of mouth, list your network, your friends. This is the first. The first customers or the first franchisee will be from your vicinity, from your circle, your close circle, either friends or partners in business. These are and customers. I on a daily basis get people calling. I incented and very fantastic. So yeah. So the first place
The soonest
and your showman, no time later. The showcasing then is where you should explain to customers and the client visitor that you are franchising. So you should put a poster on the wall or a flyer or something and explain and communicate internally with the team and explain to your team that you are franchising. Sometimes even the waiters or the manager he doesn't know that you are the owner wants to franchise. So you should communicate that. Then this is part of what I told you just before. The mindset of creating a flagship that is franchising. I guess this is what doesn't happen here. Or this most of the time is you have a success story and then you want to build on that to first. Rather than we build it immediately through franchise. Maybe that's most of the cases I would say that no, after franchise after we have a no, you have many brands that are built to be franchised. Many systems.
from day one, from the conceptual part, they come and they say, I want to be creating a brand that will be replicable, whether franchising, organically, or whatever, they want that. And yes, there are others who come, they create their brands, and in the middle, they say that I'd like to start franchising, that they need to go through the exercise of changing, adapting, and so on to make it into duplicates.
So this is these kitchens right now. They Kuwait. They've opened 700 cloud kitchen. They don't even have a location, and it's franchise. It's just finding the partner. Yesterday we had Isa Rawan of the panel here about trends. He owns other cloud kitchen in the south. And he's developing without any dine-in restaurants. So that's another way of franchising. It's not a restaurant, it's a cloud kitchen. But we have some, the track records are not very successful in the cloud kitchen. Yes.
Now, when we're speaking about brochure in the application form basically would help you to define is the entity which is approaching you are like good enough for you to give them the franchise right to know. So this exercise of deciding who I will be giving my franchise rights to is important to have a brainstorming session about, to decide internally to whom we should be providing it. Okay? Now, a franchise brochure is as well very important. It's exactly like when we are having a business card that can hand over to anybody when we are meeting them. The franchise brochure is a brochure that will be addressing any potential investor who want to be investing money to acquire that franchise right. So here we would be really, and answering your question, highlighting what is unique about the brand. Why should they take your brand rather than another one that exists in the same market? And in that brochure, we're gonna showcase how much the brand is really ready by like providing the prototypes that they can have. We would be as well listing what type of support we will be providing pre-opening, post-opening, and during the opening. What is the profile of a candidate? And we will be as well showcasing and featuring in that brochure some pictures of our current operation, our presence on social media. So it is a whole 360 degree way of putting it on paper so that whenever we send that application form and we saw that this can be a potential person to deal with, then we will be sending them the brochure.
When you target a franchisee, you need to reconfort, we say in English, comfort them. He needs to feel that he is pampered, that you thought about everything. You thought about business model, you thought about the transfer of technology or know-how, you thought about the FSNE, what we call FSNE, furniture, texture, and equipment. You thought about the HR, the management, you thought about the pricing, everything is thought. So the prototypes are thought, and so like you said. So you have 3 business models or 2 business models, and the franchisee should not feel that you're not ready. If he feels that you're not ready, so you're not ready. If you want it,
That's good to say.
yeah, we need to feel that you are ready. So you never let them feel that you're not. We should think about all the steps that you should follow and the answers give him in order to be ready when he will ask the question. Because he will ask you, if we come to you, and we visit your place, if we see the stores, and we see the storage, and see the facilities, and he wants to know, he wants to understand the place. So, of course, once that didn't come in, you sign an agreement, you or head of terms, or etc. But he will come. He won't take the brand if he did not visit.
He didn't, if he or she did not visit, they didn't try the food, they didn't, you need to meet them like they need to meet you. So that's something which is very important. And that is basically, it leads us to how can we transfer the technology? So transferring the technology, using the term technology, but actually it is the know-how, is how to operate an outlet, which is going to be outside of the zone where you are physically present. Being in a country where you can pop up from one place to another is something. And when you are going to be selling a franchise for outside your country where you need to take a plane or it is a long drive, that's another thing. You need to provide them with all the tools to be successful. Because it is not the aim to just sell, get those franchise fees, but we need the continuity. The continuity which will be making your brand safe. So because we want to be building brand equity, we want to be able to develop more and have more ordering.
Don't want the franchisee to steal your know-how and just deflag and open up a shop with another name. It's happened. It's outdated. Like in Thailand, of course, it happened. It has happened in Asia. In Asia, you had like a franchisee for Pizza Hut, like you have like 500 shops, and from one day to another, he deflagged the 500 shops, and at one night he deflagged the 500 shops. So because they have a fight with him, so imagine. So it then has the know-how of Pizza Hut. So it's very, very that keeping the know-how. The best example is la sauce de votre propose, the ultra-cold sauce that you send in powder, and you just tell the guy this perfect mix. You just mix it with butter, and you get the sauce. And then you buy beans, and you mix it, and you have the recipe. So you have a secret formula to create. The Armenians, for example, restaurants, they send you they become their own supplier.
Yeah.
Not only franchisor, they send you the housing food. Kibitris, Subanek, Monitors, it's too complicated to hire Armenian ladies in Riyadh or in Kuwait, and it's too costly, so they send you the food. So here they control the consistency and the food. You cannot just open and slide and open a lot of them. So controlling that is very important. And the brand equity, this is why the power of the brand equity. Actually, for an operator, when he creates a brand, is much more profitable to open organic. Number 2, number 3, number 4, in oil house in the world. Of course, because the margins in F&B are much higher than the 5% you're going to make on word.
Would have want to raise to
But the franchise is a speed up process. So it's a mean that you use open quickly and develop quickly your brand in order that your brand equity becomes so important that even if it changes keeps the know-how and changes the brand, it will fit because your brand equity is higher, it's stronger.
So in the exercise to prepare how to grow your brand, elaborating the franchise manuals is a step which is very important. The franchise manuals is how to be having that relationship with the franchisee to operate every single department that you have within your businesses. And this is something that that will take some time to be getting ready, so that you have it all elaborated and all documented. Because those are manuals that are usually summarizing the checklist, the reports, how to operate your outlet somewhere else. Okay? And this is very important. Now, there are certain brands that prefer as well to be providing the design from the mother company. So you can even tell that franchisee, make their life even easier, and tell them, this is the way that I would like to have the design of my outlet, and we just give it to them, and the contractor in the country would be like executing. So that can be part of the franchise industry that we are speaking about. Other brands can even invoke SSNT, like selling the kitchen, the tables, the chairs,
Status everything.
for instance. So these are all add-ons to the franchise that can be incorporated, and all of this will be, at the end of the day, finalized and written in the franchise agreement. And the franchise agreement is that legal document that will be telling the franchisor what are their responsibilities and the franchisees what are as well the expectations and their responsibilities as well, and to make sure that we have a legal document between both entities in order for us to secure ourselves in case of any breach, in case we have somebody who is deciding like to break that agreement, etc., etc.
Any question? Everything is clear. Do you want another to talk to
So your book?
subject?
Exactly. So Audemars, we have been for 20 years now working in the Middle East and Africa. We even work beyond that, but do not brag that we cover the world. So our main task is being a franchise expert. That's why we're giving you that workshop. But we do as well create turnkey solutions. So basically, we can have people coming to us and asking us to create a turnkey solution and to create a restaurant from A to Z. and they can ask from the beginning that they want that restaurant to be replicable, franchisable down the road. Or we have like existing brands that, as I said, they would like to expand inside that country or outside that country. We are, yes, Lebanese-based company, but we work with brands around and in every country. So we work with Kuwaiti brands, Saudi brands, Qatari brands, Iraqi, etc. And we have them to do all of those steps in order for them to be able to have their brands ready to expand.
This
How much time does it need to coordinate?
it depends because it goes back and forth. Let's say it's between 4 to 6 months.
Yes.
Like so.
And the 4 to 6 months,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, there's a question.
So, what are the disadvantages for the franchise? Because almost from your conversation, from your perspective, you are mentioned the benefit of the franchises or the franchise on the whole. But what are the disadvantages faced by the franchisee? Like why are they paying money? Only you pay money only first to pay money to get the franchise, and then you pay royalty fees every month, 5%, 6% for the sales every month, and it's more than a management fee. So, of course, creating your own brand and selling your own brand is much more profitable than buying a franchise and paying the fees. Okay, unless it is a very successful, like I said, franchise business model. If it's a very successful business model and you're not able to do it because your R&D, the research and development, the money you're going to invest in creating that is more important than acquiring the franchise, it's easier to acquire the franchise. If the country played the main role to make the franchise their success or fail, the country itself. Yes, for example, we said technology, the area, and Sharif was Al-Asabi al-Iraq. Okay, to your perspective, because already I mentioned you are working with a Sharif franchise. Yeah, okay. So, definitely you are working with Al-Asabi in Iraq, right? In that village. Okay, so, is it like that? No, that us, we don't work in Asad. We work with the mother company. We had the mother company in Lebanon prepare its developer plan, its manuals, and its commercial terms, its pricing. That's then what they did, what they sold, not sold. This is Sharif that is doing it at the company. That has it. We're not involved in every single aspect. I mean, we met. I went so here. Is a friend, and we met him in 2 days ago in Kuwait. He's the franchisee in Kuwait. Has opened nowadays abroad on the Habra Mall, and he is planning to open the cafe summer, the C version of the cafe. But we're not involved directly with that. So, Lee, the other question? And I wanted to follow up maybe on this perspective. I guess that some franchises would have some challenges with it. So maybe let's say the franchise model didn't work perfect. What is the relationship in between both the franchisee and the franchisor to make it happen? So does it need to change something with the brand? Really feel that this is something that, let's say, they need to work with to change the business model somehow? Did you say something like this? You're talking about a new franchise. Because if you go out, you would see hundreds of franchises that are working for like 50 years. Exactly. I think McDonald's is a franchise. Burger King is a franchise. Zara is a franchise. Then we recognize that franchise. They talk about like decide new and should already developed after the mandate goal. Yeah, you should have a new one, especially the first one. And the face challenges. Especially if it's the first one, you need to want it to succeed. Although, of course, the franchisor to solve it, the franchisee, if he pays every month a 6% and he feels that he's not getting support from a franchisor, or is not getting the development plan that the franchisor promised, or he doesn't get any support on monthly or the yearly base, he will start to think that this 6% or 5% is paying are worth it. So you will start creating problem from the franchise builder side. Finding the right partner is very important. For example, in FME, you should target an SMB operator, someone that knows what is an MD. If you're gonna explain to him what is marche en avant and what is SSNE and what is FIFO, you have a problem because he needs to understand the business before acquiring a brand. So the franchisor has a problem by selecting the right franchising, and the franchisee needs to get from inside the support from the franchisor. So what happens? Yes, we did several projects. We had many developments in Saudi, there's many brands that started and failed, of course.
Now there is a homework to be done as well, and from the franchisee side. When they are interested to say, now we're speaking franchisor now all the time, but when we are having a potential franchisee, the franchisor would ask the franchisee to perform market study and a feasibility study for that brand where they want to open. Because at the end of the day, when we are going into a country, it is Kuwaitis going to Qatar. The Qatari wants to take the franchise, not Qatar, more than the person who is coming from here. So we will be asking them to perform that market study and to be submitting a business plan. At the end, we want that franchisee not to be forced with a certain development plan that the franchisor will impose. We want them to be comfortable saying, yes, I can open 3 outlets within that period of time. It's a win-win type of deal. It is at the end of the day for us as a franchisor to have a better brand equity, but we want it as well to be successful and they need to make money. So this is very important to be done properly and not to say, okay, we're going to tell them, don't do it. Don't get a consultant to do for you the study to submit it. No, that's important. The preparation part before that we sell any franchise right is very important from both sides.
Any question? Okay, there's something we did not say. Someone asked about when can we franchise business? If you are living in the States or in Europe, you have a law. It's called the franchise law. And the franchise law says that you cannot franchise an outfit if you don't operate it for 5 years yourself. 5 years. And you own 3 outlets yourself. I was about to ask you about, why so that's this our part of okay. So that one is the SNA, the franchises order document, and made everything to be known. Exactly. This is in the US and in Europe. But here, in our area, Middle East, we are so eager to acquire new brands, new ideas, new concepts that we overcame that by just disregarding the law. We don't have laws in our countries. We have law to protect the IP. It's very well protected. And you can register your brand name and it is very well protected. But there's nothing called a franchise law in Gulf, even in Dubai, even in the old Gulf, in Lebanon, we don't have that. In the old areas, don't have that though. So there are some differences up that franchisor and franchise are big. Now, to be fully fair with us, plus in the East of, you need to understand that sometimes some Europeans, some American folks, they overcome that road at law by selling something called license. They give you a license stamps, which is a franchise, but without the law of franchise. So they call it license. I will give you a license. So it means nothing, did it, and it is just bypassing the law of the franchise. Okay, that's how I got. So, in addition, but some of European brands now, you like the brand from the franchising, to something it doesn't have any background, operational wise or migrant development or the city. For example, the report from the franchisee, if you don't have any brands or if you don't own it with brand, the own brand, they are reporting third party as opposed something to be deal with. Oh, the franchisor, yeah, the franchise. And you feel like Kitsune, for example, Kitsune, where they are like, they're going to Lebanon, they are requesting from the franchisee because Telecom, like, is all a brand, so they are reporting like, successfully can be on board in a profitable something to deal with. Yeah. It can automate you, like, already the algorithm writing. It can not personal. The franchising business at the conclusion ritual is a very, very easy process, but in the same time it's very difficult because they have to make it sustainable in the duration in time. Can't just let it go. You still have every year, every month, every quarter to go and check on it, check on your rate, check more franchisee. And like Dada said, the success of the franchisee is successful. He needs to make money. If he doesn't make money, you are out. So it is difficult stuff in that side, but it is an easy way to grow your brand.
We want to summarize before that we conclude. If you look at this, basically we put the franchise revenue, and those are the things that need to be there in order for you to help your brand ready to expand. So franchise manuals, design and branding manuals, the legal structure to be in place, the development plan. We need to be ready with this development plan. We cannot be reactive. Before that, anybody will come and say, we want to open 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 or 1. We need to do the homework as franchisor to know how much and how many outlets a country can really get.
Area in zoning, and you can take a zone, don't set it somewhere, something in Ivory Coast, and at the same time in Dubai, and in France. It's crazy. And in Spain, culturally, it's better to set it in GCC, for example, or in Europe, or in Lebanon, or in Asia. And for example, like Husband, already there are like certified counting. Yeah, it's like Saudi Arabia, countries and zone. Yeah, geographically zone. Exactly.
Even inside the country, we can set a single young franchise or an heirs. Now, the idea station that we mentioned, the franchise brochure need to be ready. The head of terms, which is the 2-page document that is usually summarizing the commercial terms. Before that, we sign a franchise agreement. The franchise agreement and definitely the franchise thing to be in place. We're not saying that in order for you to sell a franchise, you need right now go and hire a franchise manager and build up a whole department, but you need to be ready for that. After that, you scored our third or second franchise.
I have some operators, so you should not count on your own operation to go and franchise and selling the opening team from your own operation. You should hire a team that will be dedicated to open. I mean, not at the first stage. When you're at the first stage, you have one agreed, and you will have hires. And these people are not coming from the operation. They should be hired as such.
So here are the steps to open a franchise. So we were just mentioning them on throughout. So you can have a look at the candidate application, which is basically gathered by the application form, the commercial that are going to be standing in the MS terms. And then the franchise agreement, location that needs to be validated by the franchisor, and then all the supports that needs to be given to the franchisee pre-opening, opening, and post-opening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Very good.